So we are back here with Farmer Flu and Farmer Otty. I am not a farmer, but I do live on a dairy farm. So I wanted to try and explain, especially to those who are not in farming, why you might be hearing or seeing a lot at the moment about farmers struggling. It is mostly to do with the price of milk dropping. And whilst I'm explaining this based on a dairy farm, same idea applies to other types of farming too. So here's the thing, most self-employed people get to decide what they charge for their work. For example, I am a self-employed wax specialist and laser hair removal specialist, and it means I get to decide what I charge my clients, within reason. But farmers don't get that choice. Even though they are self-employed and run their own business, farmers are what we call price takers and not price makers. This means that they don't get to decide how much they are paid for the milk that they produce. Gosh, it's really sunny. The price is set by supermarket, processors and the global market, which they have absolutely no control over. So even if it costs the farmer pence to produce a litre of milk, they might only be paid 33 pence per litre. This means that they are actually working at a loss, which is really hard to imagine when you think about the hours and effort that goes into it. The price of milk changes all the time, and it's recently dropped again for a few reasons. Sometimes there's being too much milk produced, which pushes the prices. Cheaper imports from abroad can also affect what the UK farmers are paid. The cost of feed and fertiliser has gone up massively, but the price of milk hasn't matching the rising costs. Supermarket also want to keep their shelf prices down, and then the pressure is put right back onto the farmers. And then there are global factors, trade issues, changing consumer habits and even government policy all playing a part too. Many farmers are struggling to even cover their costs. It makes it really hard to reinvest in the farm, pay bills or plan for the future. It's not just financial, it plays a massive issue on people's mental health and family life, because farming isn't just a job, it is a way of life. And I can tell you that as a farmer's wife, we don't get to see my husband very much. Your job is worth it. So why might you be hearing more about it lately? Farmers are working even harder than ever. But like I said before, they are one of the only self-employed groups who don't get to choose their own wage. And unfortunately, that's something that needs to change, but whether it will or not, who knows. So you hear people constantly going on about British farming. Please listen. It's for a reason. It's because it's their whole lifestyle. Quite often, they're not getting paid enough to do the actual job to then turn over a profit. So if you see something on a shelf, please choose British. Go to your local farmers markets, your local farmers shops. Go and buy all the cheese, go buy all the milk, and then you're supporting local. And also, in the long run, if farms have to close down, they then often have to potentially sell to land developers in an area that can be developed. And if you want to carry on seeing your beautiful countryside, then, please. Thanks, Claire. See you next time.